Hey, reaction. I think you'll find this pretty interesting.
A lot of people would have you believe the Earth is round. Well, we'll see. What is the flat Earth theory? Well, the flat Earth theory posits...
Let me stop you right there. The flat Earth is not a theory, and doesn't posit anything besides demonstrable, empirical, objective facts.
Okay.
For example, it is a fact, not a theory, that bodies of water always seek and find their own level. From a beaker, a bottle, or a bathtub, to a pond, lake, or an ocean, the natural physics of water and other liquids is to find and remain level. It is an unproven, unscientific theory with no observable, measurable, or repeatable evidence to claim that bodies of water can somehow bend, cling to the exterior of shapes, and show convexity upon their surface. It is a fact that the majority of Earth is covered in such level water, thus making it an unscientific theory to postulate that Earth is actually a gigantic sphere with bendy oceans curving all the way around it. It is a fact, not a theory, that the horizon always appears perfectly flat, 360 degrees around the observer, regardless of altitude. All amateur balloon, rocket, plane, and drone footage show a completely flat horizon.
What do they think
as high
happens
as we
if
can
you
reach,
just go
over 20
straight in
miles,
one
or
direction then?
120,000 feet up.
Do they think it's a
The only
circle?
time the horizon
A
ever
flat
bends
circle?
is when viewed through a
I'm not
fisheye
sure.
lens or a curved commercial airplane window. It is also a fact that the horizon always
fall
rises to
off?
the eye level of the observer
That's not
as
what they
altitude
think,
is
right?
gained, so you never have to look down to see it. If the Earth were in fact a globe, no matter how large, as you ascended, the horizon would stay fixed, and the observer would have to tilt looking down further and further to see it. It is a fact, not a theory, that we are able to observe objects at incredibly long distances, far beyond what would be possible if Earth were a globe 25,000 miles in circumference, as we're told. For example, it is a fact that in Genoa, Italy, from just above sea level, on clear days, it is possible to see the distant islands of Elba, Gorgona, Caprea, and Corsica 80 to 125 miles away. It is a necessary theory that the globe Earth must curve 8 inches per mile squared if it really be a ball 25,000 miles in circumference. But based on such a theory, these islands would all be completely hidden behind thousands of feet of curved Earth. In fact, the record-breaking longest distance zoom photograph ever taken recently showed Pic Gaspard from Pic de Finestrelles a whopping 275 miles away, at a height of under 10,000 feet, where, based on correct curvature calculations, the entire mountain should be invisible behind several miles of curved Earth. It is an observable, testable, repeatable scientific fact of reality that Polaris, the North Pole star, situated perfectly over the North Pole center of Earth, never moves a single inch, night after night, year after year, century after century, with all the other fixed stars remaining fixed in their relative constellations, revolving perfect circles around Polaris. It is an unobservable, unproven, unscientific theory to claim that thousands of years ago Polaris mysteriously did move, and Thuban or other stars became the center of rotation. It is also an unobservable, unscientific theory to claim that the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour around an axis, while rotating tens of thousands of miles per hour around the Sun, while the entire solar system circles hundreds of thousands of miles per hour around the Milky Way, and the Milky Way shoots millions of miles per hour more off through infinite space, when we cannot see, hear, feel, or otherwise observe
Professional
or prove
baiters,
any such motion. And we can see clearly
I think
for
the
ourselves
majority of these
Polaris
people
never
don't
moving
actually
and
believe
all
this
the other
themselves.
stars revolving around it. Not only that, but such circular star trails around
they,
an unmoving pole star prove that
have
it is
fun.
the stars themselves moving and not the Earth. If the Earth were truly a tilting, wobbling, spinning space ball undergoing these multiple contradictory motions through the universe,
Spaceball.
you would only see irregular, spiral-shaped star trails, and the night sky would never be the same twice. It would be impossible for constellations to exist whatsoever if Earth were truly undergoing these various theoretical motions. And those are just a few of the countless, observable, testable, repeatable, scientific facts of our level, motionless plane Earth that have been marginalized, suppressed, and ridiculed for centuries, in favor of various unobservable, untestable, unscientific theories purporting we live on a tilting, wobbling, spinning ball.
The Earth is not a globe, as you have come to know it, but is in fact a flat disc-like shape. It's kind of a lot like this. Yeah. It suggests that the Earth's land masses lie flat. And to better understand this, let's go all the way back to the Bedford level experiment with Samuel Burley Robotham. So let's go to the chalkboard in the Bedford level experiment. Sir Samuel Burley Robotham, don't know if that's how it's pronounced, kicked off this whole flat Earth thing with the Bedford level experiment.
Samuel Robotham was a prominent and vocal flat Earth proponent in the 19th century, but he certainly didn't kick off this whole flat Earth thing. From the beginning of recorded history, and for thousands upon thousands of years, cultures across the entire world all believed the Earth was flat. The cosmology of literally every pre-Copernican culture, besides a few ancient Greek philosophers, described a stationary plane Earth, and not a spinning ball.
What he did is he started
That
on
must
a
mean it's
long
true.
river, and he
People thought back
stood
in the
here,
day it's
this
actually
is him,
true.
with a telescope, and he had his friend in a boat ride a number of miles down the river. So this was what he was suggesting. Because of the curve of the globe, he shouldn't be able to see his friend after about 6 miles. The top of the sail should have been about 11 feet under his view, but he saw his friend go like more than 6 miles. The whole time he saw the whole boat and the
Yeah.
whole thing just like this. That led him to thinking that Earth is not a globe.
Samuel Robotham was already well aware that Earth was flat and motionless. His Bedford
It's
level
been done with laser
experiments, there were
pointers,
many actually,
and you can
were
clearly
designed
see the
to demonstrate
difference in
this fact.
altitude.
He
The
conducted
laser
several
pointer just
experiments
goes
using
down.
telescopes, spirit levels, and
Or up,
theodolites,
rather.
special precision instruments used for
Like
measuring
high-precision
angles in
lasers.
horizontal and vertical planes. By positioning them at equal heights, aimed at each other successively, he proved over and over the Earth to be perfectly flat for miles without a single inch of curvature. Robotham's findings, beginning with his 1864 book,
No, this
Earth
is
Not a
very
Globe,
stupid.
an experimental
I can't because at some degree I think they're serious. Dev Dono.